No woman will object if you say this. Let's clarify on issue. Words are possess authority if you think attraction is solely lethific on appearance wealth, or prestige the game playing is incorrect truth. A man who is able to articulate himself and, in other words, it can enter a room and draw attention right away, even from women who wouldn't typically give him a second glance. This is the section that might make some people a new comfort. Most guys, they talk themselves out of being attracted net due to their lack of bod, not sympathy, lack of game, although because of everything they say is incorrect. They over-explain, they strive too hard, and they pursuit. They make an impression. And you know what? Women are able to detect vulnerability in a mile away. But here's the twist. There are certain words or phrases cited in the correct tone at the appropriate time. It struck various words that slipped by her reasoning directly into her feelings. Although they don't shout pick my instead state, I am fully aware of who I am, and they are fortunate that I am speaking with Yao, sound cocky, maybe but confidence a true solid unwavering. Confidence is the mask Gorganga man can wear in his video. I'm going to give you 10 things you can say that no woman can resist. If you say them the proper manner being is not the point of his manipulative dot. It's about comprehending psychology, emotion, and thepor of manly presence. Thus, if you've ever felt abandoned, disregarded, or similar to you, don't know what to say? Listen up, since this video will make you never run outwards again. 1. You're in it. As complicated as you think this. It's a bold statement. It presents a woman with difficulties in a manner that surprises her. You're not disparaging her. But you're certainly not placing her in a sapper position, and that's precisely why it functions. The majority of guys attempt to win women over by consistently conquering with them, examining their emotions, or uttering phrases like, wow, you're so deep, or I've never encountered anyone like you. While that might sound pleasant, it trail ours, dependable, and rather desperate. However, when you state that you're not as complex as you believe, you immediately change the script. You regard 2 things. You're not intimidated by her. You are able to look past the emotive and dramatic games, which is appealing. This, her ego is subtly challenged by her statement without being impolite, and women are wired to react to difficulties. It ignites interest. She feels compelled proof that she is complicated, that she is unique, and just like that she's interacting with Yao according to your terms. But keep in mind that it's not with us, but the way you put it. Say it in a calm manner. Smile, calm voice, direct. Eye contact. You're not attacking her. You're teasing or assurance. And confident women love that fatality. When emanating from a man, one knows exactly who he is. 1. Let's say she's ranting about how incomprehensible to everyone. Most men would nod, concur, and utter a phrase such as, yeah, you're unique. However, lean back, smile a little, and you're simpler than you believe. The enigma appeals to you. Then halt, give it to me. Sink in. She will either chuckle, raise an eyebrow, or make an attempt to fute you. All 3 have one sincere causing hurto. React, and that's correct. There is when the attraction begins. 2nd, I attract rather than chase. This one flips the entire dating game on its head. Most guys are in a state of perpetual precision texting. Then again, when she refuses tones were, pleading for her time, attempting to demonstrate their suitability. But here's the truth. Following screaming insecurity, and ladies are aware of that energy in a flash upon saying, I don't. I attract you the hour sending announcing that you are a winner, that you're not in a desperate situation. You don't beg you're not trying to win them over. You're in your zone carrying out your duties. And in iBuddy, you can have anyone in your life, but not required. This way of thinking is effective due to magnetic confidence sight generates rather offishing your way. Pinto, You draw somineto tho world of you yours. Furthermore, it doesn't imply that you never be interested. It just means you didn't pursue hesitate. You equal energy that you cherish your time. You make women curious about you by investing in ya have to work for it. When you keep this energy flowing, through your entire being comes more into your quiet, your mystery. Even your walk. Women want to determine you, and at that point, the roles are reversed. However, once more, fidelity matters. This not what you say with superiority. Love certainty, like a man was walked away from drama previously and is doing great. Repeating the action. A second suppus. She's taking ours top hard. Target at responding or being aloof. Mossman would begin making a greater effort and inquire, are you okay? Or did he make a mistake or other? The next time she makes contact, I didn't chase I attract is response I fear you sense. It are you then cut off your conversation text, a follow-up non-nervousness, only assurance. If she will come, because she sincerely interstate back with greater effort. Otherwise you've simply stayed away from spending time with someone who didn't appreciate you. In either case, you win. Additionally, that's the strength of net pursuing 3. I enjoy you. I don't need you though. Now, this one, it strikingly, as Mossman won't even have the courage to think, much less speak it. We've been taught to think that if a woman truly appeals to us, we must go out of fear way to keep her, cancel our plans, provide forgiveness, demonstrate our worth, and we become alarmed if she withdraws to buy that something is beinglost worthwhile. However, let's take you in too and be honest. How often have AO admired a woman, Gusto? Have her begin removing yourself as soon as you can. Accessible. You believe it that being kind and Phoebe's approach was be consistent, but she became bored somehow. This is due to traction is killed by neediness. Right now when I like you booty, don't you what you're really saying is, I'm centered whole and not searching for already. Aim needs someone to complete me. Fulfus mindset is uncommon and it has amagnetic quality because this is their reality. Most men don't care. Women have no desire to be required. The desire to desired requiring she exerts. Procure desiring her gives rise to freedom. She ought to experience you like having her round. Yet you're just great without it. Similar to you, your world doesn't value her collapse if she doesn't show up. It's this way of thinking protects your peace, your energy, and who you are. It reduces your reactive. It prevents you from thinking too much. Mentioned above all, it keeps you centered on your authority as a man. And you know what? When you're holding, this women sense an orgy. They sense the absence of stress. These are reassurance, emotional restraint. I encourage them to spend time with you invest, to demonstrate their value halftime. Not because you're playing games. However, since you're not a man that falls across a lovely face, you are a man with morals. Say it with assurance. I didn't need you. If I liked you, you could be the most potent boundaries you've ever established. Point 4. You're nothing recipient of attention. Let's to be honest, many men give away all their strength as soon as they terrace from a stunning woman. They pretend that she is merely doing them a favor through responding to Amazur, providing them with her phone number. Abruptly, she turns Sinto, their world center, and they begin being cautious and fearful, ozzing her. Here's a reality check, though, that she's not the only person attracts attention, and you are not invisible. The issue is that the majority of guys pretend to have an alternative choices. They give a woman a sense of as if she were the prize, and if she leaves will disintegrate. That is weak vitality, and it fails to credence that, let's be honest, many men must get up, just stop admiring Wando of their beauty. You are a man. You are valuably as well, regardless of whether it's your motivation, your attitude, and your idea. However, none of it indicates anything if you don't pretend to understand it. When you claim that you're not alone, being reminded offers sides attention as well. Ace yourself. This is reciprocal. That sitting in the corner hoping is not what you are doing to be selected. You have a choices. You're deciding to participatrather, then pleading to observed. This assertion immediately changes the dynamic. The playing is leveled field and, surprisingly, a lot of ladies honor such type of energy, since it demonstrates your intolerance for emotional hot and cold conduct. Answer being regarded as a contingency. Klein ... It's not about having acutitude, that it's about buying self-conscious. You are aware of your value. You recognize your impact, and you don't feel scared to behave. As all it here's the advice Athen. Quit pretending that women are talking dad vintage of UB, speaking with you. Keep your head up. Present yourself as though you have a choice since you do. If not, it's tomato. Begin if you can believe it. 5. Give me a genuine explanation. Filters this. Expression is strong, not since it's so stanchious, but because it's uncommon known everyone in the world is hiding behind masks, feigning flawless or practicing each. And every action fishits in order to appear impressive in a different way, to be honest. The majority of men talk too omen-like 3, reading off a script from where are you. What do you do? That's awesome. I also enjoy that it's mechanized. It's secure. And you know what? It is disregarded. Women don't recall those discussions. They have listened to them 100 times. What they do recall is the manual gave them the impression that they might have banned on their performance. A man who didn't need to win them over, but instead create them desire to be more forthcoming. That's what tells Jim Smithing on a ball. Filters don't ... It challenges her in a constructive manner. You're letting her know that I'm not present for the performance. I'm looking for the true you, not the version on Instagram, not the adorable media, polished version, unkempt, unfiltered human aspect of youth. Whose interest right away. Women adore to be observed, but furthermore, they in order to be. Additionally, when you stay at this expression with serene sincere vigor, it demonstrates your ability to deal with reality, not delicate. You rent it only here to phony chuckles or flimsy praise, but the catch is that if you say this end, then appear startled or uneasy when you lose all credibility and she opens up, you must be prepared for genuine conversation, because feelings, viewpoints, and a glance into the areas of her that hidden the majority of guys. In actuality, that's what makes you memorable. Therefore, the next time you are engaged in an ongoing conversation, break the pattern and go nowhere fast. Take a look at telling anything real. She said no filters. Speak with sincerity and seize wall cereval. 6. Who receives my time is subto me. This is more than a phrase. It's a norm, a limit, or a change in perspective that makes boys different from men. There are too many men devoting their time, effort, and focus on any own woofers them. A gin, a hello, a little formation, or a flirtatious text. All of a sudden they reorganizing 3 entire day to accommodate her. That is the error, because this is the unpleasant reality. When you behave as people treat your time, as though it were sheep women as well, when you say I choose who caches my attention, you're going to restore her not impolite. You're just being deliberate, not conceited. Not everyone can reach you, and including women, who anticipate that you will pursue without making any offers meaningful in return. This expression demonstrates that you didn't have time to waste just because it'll her that she's attractive. You didn't only act on appearances. Move according to someone's worth. How wismony handles you on how they fighteth, you're already creating your life precisely. What men of high value they have a purpose in life and guard their schedule. Their plans are not cancelled simply to possibly hang out. They create judgments based on criteria and sentiments. This is what makes this powerful phrase that changes course of events. Rather, fathom time to establish or value her time. She must now consider whether she's that shift. Dot. It alters sand. Dot. It's worth yours. Women are accustomed to being the view pursued, but upon meeting a mano forces them to qualify. They pay with assurance rather than a tennis. They value the attention they receive. Dot. And if they will step, if they are genuinely interested up, therefore live eat rather than just say it. Utilize your time wisely by working on yourself, your objectives, and your tranquility. Then remind her that it's you who receives me time, not because of pride, but because respect for in 7. When you're incorrect, you're acute. Now this one is light-hearted, but it's risky in the best way. Why? 'Cause it tests her. Ken taunts her as self-assurance, and it demonstrates that Tor not fearful of disagreeing while maintaining too many males. Artif flirtatious and light, the error of consistently agreeing with women only to maintain their favor. Smile, nod, and comply with wait for thinking. If I just agree, she say she'll like mud better with her. Untrue. That's how you become friends. Zone. Women don't desire a man who says yes. Desire a man who is a blended thumbwhile, still allowing them to chuckle while doing so. When you say you're cut when you're wrong, things go doing just that. That you're not in agreement but charming. Glee thought you were clutching your frame without transforming it into an argument. That's powerful. It's uncommon. It also demonstrates your lack of emotional, reactionary. You don't take offense at conflict. You don't have towing the discussion that you're merely enjoying yourself and enough self-assurance to flirt through it. This type of light-heart attention increases quick attraction. It produces a back-and-forth energy. That majority of men are also hesitant to hound her. They are concerned about being excessive or setting her. But women are sensitive beings who absorbing myth, emotionally and cognitively by acknowledgeable man doing. But delivery, I obviously say it with his near say everything, when she is clearly enthusiastic about something, even if she's completely missed. You're buying kind, not cruel, calm, unflappable, playful, and in charge. Additionally, if she laughs, pushes back, or perfectly arcs in a phone manner since she's engaged, you can a step leaving the dull safe category and an unforgettable one. Consequently, the following time she begins fervently creating an incorrect account. Simply say with a smile, you're adorable when you're mistaken. Go for it. 8 Dan single quotes to worry. I can handle you. This sentence treads carefully between assurance and mastery, and that's precisely why it functions. We live in a way many women feel complete. To be powerful is self-sufficient, concerned, and intentionally a little challenging. Why? Since they've discovered that the majority of men unable to tolerate true intensity mindset, a small obstacle asmal coyotes. Emotions and the typical man either stops working or flees, but when you say quietly, don't worry, I can handle manage you, you give a clear signal you're not scared of her at all flames. She doesn't overwhelm your enthusiasm, and you won't give up simplibios. She possesses a powerful character Yuri, saying to her, bring the storm if you say cuss. I am not brittle. I avoid begging. I don't look for approval Iliad and. Surprisingly, that's just what a load of women are seeking, a man who can't maintain his composure. To face off, she's sputting him tough test, caused because women push buttons and test things because they are recunning or malevolent, but because they secretly desire to feel secure with Ammon, who can't defend himself saying this and understanding what it means. The depth of feeling doesn't frighten her. You're not afraid of mood swings. You're not afraid of independence. In fact, you're grounded. Therefore, you welcome it in your own manhood. However, this is the crucial. Don't only say it for show. In fact, you must bet Hatman. Man who stays out of the spotlight. The man who refuses to accept everything directly. The one who can hear, react, take charge, and maintain composure under pressure. The distinction between being both a guy and a player. Therefore, Then the next time she says I am handle, meet her gaze and gutter, don't worry. I can't handle you. And then nine-eyed and tem press dot. So I'll shiokam this thinking is right here. Shift an entirely different method of doing things. The majority of men spend their time in tempting attract women, showing off your Bayesian inflated accomplishments. Khalid lowering showing off or reciting. They hard smooth words on social media. It never feels real. And guess what? Appears to be insecure. Strive too hard. And women are able to detect it from far away. However, when you state, I don't impress, I say you're displaying an entirely degree of consciousness. Oh, phone self, you are stating I'm not. I'm here to impress you. I'm here to demonstrate. You know who I am. If that strikes accord with your cool, should it not? I'm still excellent. That type of energy I say in common and amazingly beautifully indicates that you're Fangto. Wear a mask. You're not to have to change Tolite. You're not attempting to conform to her anticipations that you're simply not. I apologize. And you stand because of that out, because it's their reality. Women avoid falling for ideal men. They plummet for real dudes. Bold men sufficient to express their opinions and discuss what they cherish. Accept their imperfections and not care. Who gives their approval? Though I'm no impressive, I to express yourself, Kistanit perform for confirmation. You establish a relationship by being truthful. It indicates that your self-ranks eats internally, not from cheers. This is not to say that you didn't look after yourself, or that you quit without expanding. It refers to all of your actions. How you move, how you talk, and how address originates from your truth, rather than a location of excess of the comps. Women value that sin seats revitalizing has a substantial feel. It seems secure. Additionally, it creates genuine neck chemistry, not phony appeal. Thus, give up attempting to be what you belly osh want. Be yourself completely, boldly, and clearly. Additionally, when she suggests a grin box, you're unique and declare, I don't impress. I communicate and mean each and every word. 10. Take a caution. It's difficult to place. This statement is audacious and brims with confidential is precisely why it attracts attention. The majority of males are reader-eyed if they tread carefully sympathy are being replaced. They overgive in order to be safe beratinged. However, this is the realitech kind of thinking means you're already losing. Caution is advised. I'm difficult topless changes perspective. You're not no more pleading to best elected. You're letting her know that you are valuable and that abandoning you has repercussions not because you're ideal, but do owe your rarity. This statement is effective a base. It sows seed in her thoughts. Should I lose him? I may not locate another person who is similar to him. When you live as though it's true seed sprouts, you carry yourself with standards, with self-control. You guide, you safeguard your tranquility. You communicate without fear, and your oblado leave. When you're triotus respectfully by that man, really difficult to replace. However, don't tell this with ego. Speak clearly and quietly. Strength is if he's witnessed the silo previously and doesn't fear being alone. A self-reliant man would enough to hold his head high while walking by. Kasu can tell when a woman notices that she doesn't want a loo. Thus, you're valuable you. So speak calmly and confidently truthful without passion or threat. I am difficult to place. So proceed with caution. The sentence speaks for itself. In conclusion, this is the reality that no one wishes to declare aloud. The man who is aware of his value will always be more alluring compared to the man who can only, and that's the difference, please, between men who are rebinding first and those who get used to mossmen for years to decide how to dress women. But what truly changes the game isn't just the words. You use revealo are them since the most enticing amen, who says what you can say to us regularly and to remain the vital at you. Possess when you utilize this video's lines, not from opposition of manipulation, but from a ground self-assurance, masculinity, and strength. This is my contentious reality. If you're a still terrified, whole closing Herbert, UV completely transform into the man scared to let thoughts sink in. I want Tano leave a comment below so I can harfron. You tell me about your experience, seekerance. What worked, what didn't, and what's unclear. I'm in the commencement. I would want to make connections with real men who have actual discussion stogger. Let's develop. We should create better.